This week on the Unqualified Gamers Podcast, the boys talk about the new Black Panther game, Guitar Hero coming back, CoD Record Low, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. Episode 109, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. I can't wait to get into today's show. Super excited.
I'm not on my phone. You're on your phone. Are we live on Rumble? I should probably.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We've been live on Rumble for a few minutes since you hung up your phone call.
Perfect.
Basically.
Okay. Well, I'm.
I didn't have your phone
fine.
call in. I didn't have your phone call in it.
You didn't. Okay.
No, I'm a nice guy. Like.
Oh, you do care, kind of.
Well, I don't want
Is
you to get fired.
Is that what you're doing now? Instead of getting your "Good Morning Beautiful" text, you're just actually calling him?
No, he still sends me "Good Morning Beautiful" texts every day.
I'm convinced that it is still his.
No.
That you have a work phone. Well, I guess you don't have a work phone. So you don't.
He
have
usually
a job,
sends
but...
me a shirtless selfie when he's getting in the shower in the morning too. So,
It's like Google pic. I don't take showers in the morning. I take showers at night. So I don't go to bed.
I take showers both. I do showers morning and night.
I like to take them at night, right before you go to bed. You get into bed nice and clean, and you wake up.
But then
like dip.
But then like if it's hot or something like that, if it's the temperature's not perfect, you sweat, and it's just an easier way to wake up in the morning. So you shower
a little bit, but
I'd
rather get that extra 20 minutes of sleep and just get dressed and book it to work.
Yeah, no, because the whole thing is it's like there's a whole bathroom routine. You got to shit, shower, shave, brush your teeth. It's like all of those things.
I don't either.
I get once a day, and it's in like the afternoon every day.
I don't shower or shave in the morning either. I shave at night if I shave.
Well, I mean, you can see I don't shave. But
luckily it's not required at my job. I mean, I work at a warehouse now, so it's not required to look.
But no, like the shower in the morning is really just a rinse off. Like I'm not like soaping up or anything like that. It's literally just nice warm water and
Nah, we called those PT showers in the Marine Corps. You just we'd have to go into boot camp. We had like little horseshoe
and rinse off.
We had little horseshoe showers set up, right? So you'd have both walls and the back wall that had showers on them. Somebody would go in, turn on every shower head, and then everybody would just walk through them. And you get out, dry off, and then put your gear back on.
I'm good.
Yeah.
No. I just I will go in and enjoy the hot water and normally what I'll do is go ahead.
Some of us don't have that luxury, Zeus. Okay, because I got to get up right now as it is. If I try to sleep until like the last possible moment, 5:45, it's the last possible moment. Then I have to get up, get dressed, and leave by 6. That's if I'm just getting up and getting dressed.
What I do when I was working, just fucking get up and go.
No, even when I used to leave my house like 4 a.m., I would still shower before I would leave.
Nope.
Not I.
Nuh-uh. You got me messed up. I'm sleeping.
When and so there were some days where I wouldn't start work until like 9 p.m. or something like that, and I would still shower right before I went into work, and then once I got home, I would then shower and then go to bed if I had to work like a night shift of some kind.
See, I like to shower when I get home. Well, what I used to do, especially when I was working construction, was work, get home, change into gym clothes, hit the gym, then get home and do one shower. Right there.
What is this word gym? I don't understand this word.
It's a confusing place. It's where you pick up heavy things and put them back down. But I now have to do it in the morning so that way I don't spend more time after work because it takes me 45 minutes to get home. So if I do work out after work, then I'm not getting home till like 7 o'clock, and then my wife's upset, obviously, because I'm gone the entire day, really. So I go in the morning, work, and then they have a shower at my work, so I just shower there and then go to work. But it's also nice to, once I get done with the day, just be showered. Unless it's summer where I'm sweating, then I'm going to come home and take another shower. But I'm not getting up early to.
Yeah,
I'll get up
sweaty and stinky
at like 5. And then just get into my gym clothes and go to work. Yeah.
So listening to CC's reaction, I don't think he's ever heard the phrases of just picking up heavy things and putting them back down.
I mean, I have. It's a ridiculous thing to say.
It's a factual thing.
Ridiculous thing to fucking say.
It's
a ridiculous thing to say.
How you do it?
CC, what do you do when you go to the gym?
I'm not a big weights guy. I never have been.
Oh.
I'm not. I'm like naturally very strong, so I've never lifted weights.
Okay, so what do you do at the gym then?
Just cardio, like bike and like the stress, like the bands and shit. Like lifting weights.
You know how you can get
I don't lift
stronger?
up weights. How?
Yeah.
Picking up things
By
and putting them
tearing your
down.
muscle. Oh yeah, you pick up heavy things.
No,
put 'em
yeah.
down.
You can't like see. My thing was like when I fought, I couldn't put on any muscle because I was already.
You just would have went up in weight classes.
I was already weighing like 215, fighting at 185, so I had to cut 30 pounds. I couldn't afford to put on any muscle. So
that's because you fought at 185. If you would have just fought at 215.
I was too small to fight at 205. I was too I lost every fight I did at 205 except
not
one.
if you would have put on some muscle. I'm just saying.
You see, I think I'm 5'11", fighting against people that are like 6'5" at 205. Like,
and
no, it just didn't work out. 5'10" and 3/4. I'm almost 5'11". Yes.
Man, I've seen some small people at heavyweights taking on some people. You just get in that grapple.
I couldn't hang, man. I tried. I won one.
I know that technique.
But then I lost 2 at 205.
I want to ask Cece this. What do you think about jumping guard in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournaments? It has been all over my Instagram and TikTok feed, all these BJJ tournaments where people like jump guard and they know that they can't be slammed because it's illegal. And if the person does not lay them down and control their entire body weight to the ground, then they'll just be disqualified. How do you feel about?
Well,
or those dudes that sit there and just like scoot on their ass for like 45 minutes.
Yeah. So I've done Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournaments, and but I never heard that you get loose for slamming them when they do that. I mean, that's kind of, they're pulling guard. That means they want that.
Right. No, seriously, you need to look this shit up because it's a bunch of,
because I've pulled guard on somebody before, but like, to me, pulling guard is, I mean, you have to know you're better than the other guy to want to do that, because you're giving somebody the top position, which is, in my opinion, is always the stronger position.
Usually. Yeah.
Unless you're like really good from the bottom, but I don't know. I've always liked being. I was a wrestler before I did jiu-jitsu, so I hated being on my back. It was really hard for me to like be comfortable being on my back. But like, there's a ton of tricks you can do to make people tap really quickly if you're on your back and they're up top and they don't know what they're doing. Like,
right. What's happening is these guys are like jumping, putting their full weight onto the person's like upper torso.
Yeah.
And if the person does not control, place them on the ground, if there's any kind of I
get what you're saying. I've never heard of that because I've had people do that and I've just slammed them, So I don't know.
And that's the whole thing, is there's a lot of that's the whole thing of that you're not allowed to do that because you're risking serious injury, and that's not in the spirit also, of jiu-jitsu.
Also, when I
guess it's not BJJ, it's not Brazilian jiu-jitsu. It's just
it must be some kind of grappling that's not jiu-jitsu, because in jiu-jitsu, if somebody puts you in an armbar, you can slam them on their head. Whatever it takes to get out, you could literally slam them on their head if you want to.
Well, that's UFC though, so I think that's
jiu-jitsu. That's jiu-jitsu.
Oh. I don't know.
Well, that's why I was asking.
You couldn't slam them down, so, but that was high school too. So
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, I do think this is kind of a good leeway into some other type of fighting. So over this last week, there's been multiple streamers who have had actual problems with people attacking them. All the female streamers. One was Amaouranth, who got robbed at gunpoint because they wanted her crypto, and she was woke up. They were holding her at gunpoint, trying to get her crypto, and she had just posted on social media that she had made 20 million off of crypto. So they were trying to get her crypto stuff, and they when they couldn't get logged into her stuff, they pistol whipped her, and then I guess she led them over to she led them over to a different area, which her husband was waiting, because she was posting on X while she was being robbed, I'm being robbed, at gunpoint. And so her husband had seen that. She led them over to where her husband was, and when they entered in that spot, he had some sort of gun. I don't know if it was a pistol or what, as soon as they entered in, he shot at them. They don't know if any of them actually were hit or not. They think one was, because they saw a blood trail, but
Wow, how did I not hear about this? That's insane. That's crazy.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Luckily she went to the hospital. She didn't have like any life-threatening injuries or anything like that. So luckily,
get pistol whipped. That's not cool.
Yeah, but and then there's another problem that just happened. Valkyrae, Cinna, and Emiru were
and Pokemon, right?
No Pokemon. At least I don't know if Pokemon was there. No,
Okay.
I just knew of Valkyrae, Cinna, and Emiru.
Yeah.
And they were all at whichever pier it was. I can't remember what pier it was. But so when you watch the video or the stream, though, there was just this one dude who was like, he needed Cinna's number, and she was like, "Oh, I don't have my phone." He was like, "Oh, put your number in my phone," and she was like, "Oh, I don't know how to operate a phone." Like, obviously, this is like awkward. I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, she's trying not to give you her number because she doesn't know you. Nothing.
Well, I think the dude yelled that he was going to kill her or something.
Yeah. So she denied him or whatever, and they kind of walked. They were going to leave, and then they were like, "Oh, let's get some churros real quick." And while they're standing in line at churros, he starts saying some stuff. You kind of hear him in the distance. And then as he gets past the camera, you hear him like say, "I'll fucking kill you right now."
Yeah.
And
I heard that. Yeah.
It's like security luckily was there. Like they called security and he was like, "What's going on?" And then as he's like charging him, they scoop him up. And I'm just like,
these
Lord,
women need,
what is
they need to, if they're going to be out like that, especially doing any kind of filming, or like they need to have security, dude. Like,
yeah, some sort of security, especially when you're that high of a well-known streamer,
Yeah.
Okay, I understand that, but what is the level at which we are designating security at this point?
Well, I mean, if I would say if you're a I can't say a number of followers or anything like that, but if you're a pretty well-known streamer or something like that, or social media influencer, especially a female, you should have some sort of man with you that will protect you.
Yeah.
At minimum. But when you're going out on the town, and as shitty as it is, because I honestly, one of the biggest problems I saw was while they were there, like I didn't see many men at all around them. Like it was a pretty empty pier at the time.
Yeah.
And there wasn't any men that were really there to step up, which I wish there would have been, because I think they should have. But also, when you get to a point where you're everyone knows Valkyrae. They know Cinna.
I think when you're at that point, because you're getting like threats and people are trying to like find where you live and shit. I think when you're at that point.
Well, there is a big difference between the normal star, if you want to talk, Julia Roberts, or if you want to talk Margot Robbie or something like that, and then you talk about streamers. There's a big difference there, because the stars, yes, they are somewhat reliant on their fans, but really they've done their thing, has nothing to do with the fans. They've just been paid for doing a job. These streamers literally are made by their fans. Like without these people supporting them, they.
But when
you
also have you also have like you interact with your fans like in chat and stuff like that, and
so you have this different level of communication where. Like the chances of you having any kind of back and forth with, say, like Margot Robbie is like non-existent.
Right.
But if you got to realize where they're staying, like the Hollywood stays in really their own section of California. You know what I mean? Like they have their own mansions completely gated off. They have security at their house. They have the gates with the security systems and everything like that, as to where streamers are.
It is completely usually, different. Because, like, especially if you're going...
these people do go out. It's not like they only stay within their little mansion, their spot. They still go out. That's why you get the paparazzi taking photos of people. Yeah. There's a story about Daniel Radcliffe wearing the exact same thing for like 3 months, so that it didn't matter what the photos was from the paparazzi. They couldn't sell them because they all looked like old photos. And that was his way of combating it.
Right. But they're also not like at a pier at night with no security. There's nobody around. Like just You're not going to see 3 A-list
usually not by
women by themselves walking, like Margot Robbie and Julia Roberts and whoever. They're not going to be by themselves on a pier when it's dark out. It's just not going to happen.
Well, they're not going to be out there, broadcasting their location to the world. No. I mean, I'm sorry, but like the IRL streams, in my eyes, if you're doing it out there like that,
I don't know were they streaming
in her home? like that's shitty. Like you should
Yeah.
always feel safe in your own home.
Yeah.
Okay, that being said, this is not the first time Amaranth's house has been broken into.
Right.
There's
which
there
is
was a
a
well-known
horrible side of
stalker.
doxing for sure.
Yeah, but there was like a well-known stalker of Amaranth's that literally moved from some Middle Eastern country with the plans of marrying her and would live stream all of his actions and everything, you know, like outside of her house and like down the street, and like, oh, this is where she gets gas, or this is where she, you know, gets breakfast. This is the store she shops in.
He was caught by police, though, I believe, right? When he parked.
Everybody
being out-
knows.
being-
Everybody
being
knows
outside of her
when
house.
Doc's house got shot up too. Remember that? Somebody shot through the window or whatever at Doc's house. Yeah.
And apparently it was a pellet gun that ended up actually doing that whole
I mean,
thing. which
either way, still is crazy. Like, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
the weird thing to me is that, like, I heard it, and I'm sorry, but like, I don't think a pellet gun from outside on the street, I don't think my microphone's going to pick that up.
Well,
So
if the window breaking, maybe. I mean,
but that being said, to Kai's thing, if there were more people around, I don't think that thing ever would have happened. So if they had been in a place that was more populated, that did have people that could have stepped in, I don't think that a situation like that would have occurred. And if it did, it would have been squashed that much quicker.
Yeah. I think I understand, like, they want a girls' night out, especially when it's like female streamers and stuff like that. I would suggest, it's not mandatory. And I hate to say that it's, you know, it's not all men by any means. And it's really just those one-offs that are just kind of psychotic and really kind of push the edge on boundaries and stuff like that. And you would hope that they would get seen beforehand. But if you're going to be out and someone like that is around, I would say get security or get like a couple male streamers to be with you to help protect you against people like that.
Get security.
Because you want somebody around that'll stop them while you can get away. And I mean, it's shitty as a situation as it is. Like, they're literally going after you. You get away from that situation, it'll calm down, but they can handle it from there and hopefully get the police involved and get them arrested while you're.
But again, like, they are, and I hate to say it like this, it's that whole thing of, oh, you dress like that, you were asking for it. That's not what I'm saying. But when you are, you know, this type of a public figure and you are broadcasting where you are and you are showing your
surroundings. Were they broadcasting where they were?
Yeah, they were streaming. Yeah,
they were streaming. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that.
There have been lots of situations.
I mean, obviously, if you're fucking streaming, telling everybody where you're at, you should have security. I'm sorry, that's stupid to not have security. Very stupid.
But that's what they do. And the thing is, I mean, yes, they could have recorded stuff and then posted it later on.
Yeah.
But you're not getting that instant, you know, you're not getting that instant thing that the streamers are known for. And that's the big thing there.
I think that what women streamers really have to worry about mostly is a lot of times you don't see it so much with the male side where you've got like that stalker that's going to come after the guy or anything like that. Yeah. But it happens a lot more obviously with the female side where
a lot of creepy dudes out there, man.
There's a lot, and it's again a really shitty situation. I don't think it should be happening, but you just know that it's going to happen more, especially when it's 3 females by themselves, like extremely popular, beautiful women that are out there recording live, telling them where they're at. There's going to be some guy that's like got a complete fan base on her.
And there's also the I read an article about this the other night actually, which is pretty wild. A lot of catfishes will like message people and they'll get a hold of people that are like mentally not right. They'll send them money and they'll think they're really sending money to like Amaouranth or somebody. So they think that they have like a, they think that they have like a real connection, but it's people that are mentally unwell that are falling for that. And those are the kind of people that would rush somebody like that, you know, because they think that they have a relationship with them already and they see them and then they rush them. So, you know,
I mean, if that is your only female interaction and you don't know any other female interactions, you know, if, you know, you hear that, you know, giving women money is the way that you're going to be able to approach them or whatever it is. If this is the only level of female interaction you have is the women online, there are people out there and it's a horrible thing.
It's a mental health thing, really, I think.
It does speak to the fact that, you know, these are people that need to be taken care of. Yeah. Going back to what Kai was saying, you know, you're right. There are a bunch of good people out there. It only takes one, you know, there are these few off. Yeah. John Wilkes Booth was a single man. You know what I mean? Like it literally only takes one.
It was
he
the
in love
driver,
So-
but
Was he in love with
The-
Lincoln or?
I mean, he had some kind of an obsession with him.
who knows?
Oh.
Have you ever seen Whitest Kids You Know? The real Abraham Lincoln story?
I saw Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Oh, it's a YouTube channel. The guy actually is well known for like calling out the Illuminati. Like he made a video about him like joining the Illuminati on Whitest Kids You Know. Hilarious little skit. But they had one about Abraham Lincoln too, but they were at the play of Hamlet. And Abraham was up top, like kind of drunk or whatever, and like yelling out, like, look out behind you, look out behind you. And then he was like, some of us are trying to watch the play. He was like, who's the dead motherfucker who just said that? And then like they just start arguing back and forth. And finally he goes up and like beats him with a ball peen hammer. And he says like that's how he actually died. Funny skit. I say if you haven't seen it, look it up. You'll laugh. There's no way you won't laugh. Calls him a fat tub of lard and a skinny string bean all in the same skit. It's hilarious.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, I'll check it out.
I'm telling you, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me. So I know we don't like to jump around the list, but I'm gonna do that because I'm awesome.
Well, that's fine. I jumped to the bottom just because it. Just
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 coming out in July. Super pumped for that. I don't have it anymore. I don't think because I had it on my old Epic account. But 1 and 2 when they remastered those, that was a lot of fun. That was I played that a lot when that dropped. That was a good time. So. That I'm looking forward to. I hope they do like the Underground next, in a couple of years. Hope they redo those. But
this is just another cash grab because they realize they can't make good new games anymore. So
I don't think there's any need to make new games because I guess they could. But like the skater, the whole like there's who's pro skaters nowadays. It's like not really a thing like it was back in the 90s. You know what I mean?
Well, the good news is
now we have streamers. Like we have there are different people that kids aspire to be now. You wanted to be, Rehnquist, you wanted to be Dave Mira, you wanted to be Tony Hawk. Now kids want to be Dr. Disrespect, they want to be Ninja, they want to be XQC. Like there's just a 15-year gap there. Where
there's still kids that skateboard every day and stuff, though. Like, there's still kids that aspire to do that. It's just not as mainstream as it was for that, 10-year period.
Well, I think it's also, like, the people who they are aspiring to be, like, the kids want to be, like, Dr. Ninja, XQC, a lot of the games that they played growing up are these games. So it's like they're remaking the content for those creators who, have a majority of the population watching them.
And plus, they were amazing games.
They were great games,
phenomenal games, and they did a really good job last time when they released 1 and 2. They did a really good job with it. So I wish they would bring out like Dave Mira too, like redo that. Like I would love to play that again. And when you go back and play it, the graphics are just so terrible. It's hard to go back and play it. But I'm glad those are some of the ones that are getting re-released. At least I had a blast with them.
Well, it's not really a re-release because they're actually like breaking it down and building it from the ground up.
Yeah. But
so and they're adding to it. So you're going to have some of the same stuff that you had before with the maps and all that stuff. But they're going to and you can have multiplayer online with cross-platform up to 8 skaters. So it won't just be cool. Like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, you had what, split screen, maybe?
Yeah, split screen, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just 2,
Now this one's going to be up to 8 players. So
yeah, that's awesome.
The great thing is, if you have the Game Pass Ultimate or the PC Game Pass, you'll be able to play it on launch, which I think is awesome.
Very cool. Very cool. I spent a lot of time playing those. A lot.
I believe you.
Speaking of Game Pass, I don't think it's Game Pass, but it is going to be the Epic Store. Tarkov Arena is actually coming to the Epic Game Store as a standalone thing. So they are
weird but good.
Well, it is the first time that anything isn't going to be straight off of the BSG launcher only as far as Tarkov goes. So this is like a huge step forward into them finally full releasing the game. At least I think so, with it going to the Epic Store. And
that's crazy.
So now, granted, Arena is only the one sub part of Tarkov, But if they're going to do that, I wonder if they're still going to be running it on BSG servers, or if there's going to be separate servers for, the Epic side of things and then the BSG side of things.
Yeah, I would imagine that they'll be on BSG servers still.
Well, are they going to have the ability to do like I guess it's not really cross-platform, right? Because are they going to be able to have the BSG servers combine into people be able to play with the Epic servers, or were they?
So
we don't know because this is something that's
so,
never been done before as far as BSG goes. Like I said, BSG has
BSG's never done
anything other than.
But like when you download
BSG launchers,
when you download like GTA through Epic, you still have to download the GTA launcher. So or the
right.
I'm guessing it'll be the same thing.
Yeah,
it'll be on BSG servers. You still have to play on GTA servers when you play GTA. So I would guess,
and they're just using Epic to kind of bring it to other people easier. I would assume.
Yeah, probably just an easier way to buy it and stuff, because right now it's not on any of not on Steam or anything. So that's cool though.
No, and it is kind of weird that they are going with Epic before Steam or anything else. This is not a game that will ever be on console. They've already said that it will never be on console. So if they end up going back on that, that's a different thing altogether. But yeah, it won't ever be a cross-platform because there should only be one platform.
They may not take them. They may not want to work with them.
What do you mean?
They may not. Yeah, they may not want to work with them because it's been in beta for so long. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like that.
Steam,
they have PUBG.
Like that one
PUBG
game
was in beta for forever.
Yeah, but that one game was it Star Citizen? I don't think that's on Steam, is it? Star Citizen?
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd have to go look. But I mean, Steam has actually had a real bad track record of just allowing companies to stop producing certain games halfway through
we literally just said last week that they
weren't
going to allow that anymore. Like last week, didn't we talk about Steam was going to, if they hadn't updated anything,
like the ads and
you were kicking them off, yeah.
But that doesn't mean they're not allowing them to come back with yet a new game. Like there's multiple games out there in development from the same creator that they haven't finished anything.
You know what? You're right. I bet that they just didn't ask Steam yet, because Steam's not the number one place to go. But you're right. It's probably BSG just doesn't want to do it.
That or it's just they. I think they initially wanted to just stay on their own thing. They didn't want to have to go through Steam and some of the regulations. So, I mean, it's hard to say.
I don't know. Maybe they just use AI and the certain microtransactions. So maybe they're just Steam's not a right fit for them.
Oh, that's true. Well, Steam does have. I mean, they put a lot of games on sales too. Maybe they don't want them on sale, but there's a lot of sales that are happening this year. There's some that's going to be sprinkled throughout the years, but there's like some bigger ones on Steam. Which the one that's actually about to happen once this episode's released is the spring sale. Starts March 13th through the 20th. Mm-hmm. There's going to be the City Builder and Colony Sim Fest, which is March 24th. I didn't catch when it was going to, but the biggest sale that they usually have is the summer sale. This year it's happening June 26th through July 10th. Pretty big window. So if you're planning on buying any games and you're like waiting for the perfect time to get some games off Steam, that's usually the best time to do it, is July 26th, June 26th through July 10th, the summer sale. They will have a specific shooter game sale, which is August 25th through September 1st. So if you're looking specifically to get discounts on shooter games, which I know Racy's like really big into shooter games. Those are usually the most fun for him.
That's what I play
CC2,
too,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That'll be the time. And then they're going to have the winter sale, which is December 18th through January 5th. But there's a few more sprinkled out through there, but those are going to be like the main sales that you're probably going to want to get a hold of, especially for that summer sale. Unless you're, again, a shooter person.
While I'm right here, have you guys ever heard of Deadside? The shooter? It's a massive map shooter. Yeah, it looks really good.
No, I don't think so.
It's just
publisher?
Just popped out on Steam. Bad Pixel.
Never heard of them.
Developer.
I've heard of Bad Pixel, but I don't think I've heard of
too.
that game.
They've made
quite a few games.
Yeah, quite a few games. I've heard of them before.
There is a game that's coming out that does look interesting to me, minus the one I talked about last week with the Scottish one. That one, I'd have to get that one. But it's called Terminull Brigade. which is going to be a free-to-play game, luckily, because we all love those. But it's supposed to be only co-op, roguelike PvE shooter / a sword. But it's basically like a team up in the futuristic type of world, and you're going to have to fight the AI invasion. So Skynet, basically.
Yeah.
Or what did it become? Sega or no Genesis or something? And one of the they stopped Skynet and it became something else, Genesis or something like that.
I'm not into that world very much. I mean, I like the original movies, but I didn't really get into the other ones.
Into the other Terminators, yeah. But they'll have like 6 different characters to be able to play from and choose. Again, it reminds me of Risk of Rain. Maybe not the visuals or anything like that, but just like you pick different characters between who's all jumping in, and you can level up certain abilities and stuff like that throughout the game. So I don't know if it's going to be like a story, or if it's going to be like Risk of Rain where you just have like an unlimited time to try and get to the next level type of thing.
But being co-op only means that you have to have friends to play this thing. So,
well, you don't have to.
Stacey,
You'll be able to play single player, but it is a co-op game as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that one we brought it up a few weeks ago, and it recently came out. 2 stories.
Split Fiction.
Thank you, Split Fiction.
Oh yeah, that's killing it now.
I've been hearing amazing reviews on this thing, and I actually saw a TikTok, and it's just like, oh, dude, I can't wait to play this new game. And it's like, okay, who are you gonna play it with? And then that's just where the TikTok ends. And so, no, it
looks really clean. It looks really good.
It's one of those things that I think it takes 2 really did solidify that whole, like, bringing back the couch co-op that's much more, accessible to those non-gamers. I've been watching a bunch of those also, like the wife fails on It Takes Two, where they're like trying to do a jumping puzzle and the guy's just sitting there. It has the split screen where it's like the guy's point of view and it's just him on a ceiling fan just spinning in circles. And then her point of view, it's jump, jump, fall, jump, jump, fall. And he's like trying to be, all right, you got to jump early. You got to do this. And so she finally makes it across. And then she panics and jumps again and falls off again. And it's just...
Those are my favorite.
I can imagine.
That's why I want my wife to do it.
This does have that Split Fiction does have the Friends Pass. So only one person has to have it. So that's cool.
I need to get that and play with Racy. Because we played all the way through It Takes Two and we've been looking for games similar to it. So we'll have to play that one. That one looks awesome.
All right. What is this new leak? And I'm using air quotes again because it's always leak.
Always a
Black
leak.
Panther needs a game?
Yeah. Well, no. They're coming out with a new Black Panther game. So there was the 1943 Rise of Hydra that had like Black Panther and Cap, but this isn't that game. A lot of people think it is, but this is being made by a completely different studio. Also had the creator from Shadow of Mordor, who's going to be running this game. Ghost of Hope, which is a trusted source, said you will be able to choose your Black Panther. So you'll be able to choose from T'Challa, M'Baku, Zari, Shuri, and Killmonger. There's possible that there'll be more, but at least I was like, man, playing Killmonger might be good, but like I lean more towards like Cap side where I want to do good. So maybe I just play T'Challa anyways. But I mean, it'd be nice to have that. But it'll be like a third-person view, obviously over the shoulder in a semi-open world, where it's going to have that reactive narrative. So, A, based on whoever you pick, your story could change, and then B, the actions you choose within the game, similar to that of like Mass Effect was a huge one for me. And then I don't know if it's going to have like that bar where it's like good versus bad, and then you can do certain things later in the game if you choose. Fable where you choose like a good path later. Yeah.
So with it being from the studios for Shadow from Mordor, is it going to have the Nemesis system? Like, is Warner Brothers the one that's actually going to be doing it? I mean, I know they had a bunch of shutdowns and whatever else, and we're really hoping that they give up that proprietary thing. Not that they're going to, but that it starts seeing it in more things, because it's been in some good games. It's just it could be in so much better. You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine a CoD with a Nemesis system?
I'm wondering if they're going to lease out, like if Warner Brothers decides to kind of push away from gaming, right? And then they start leasing out their IP for the games. Would they not also lease out the Nemesis system? Would they not allow other gamers or other games to use it? Maybe not big games like Call of Duty or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, could they lease that out and make like? Could you imagine a Souls game with that? Would be insane. I mean, Harry Potter itself would be pretty insane, but
yeah, that would be.
Why did you
I don't know how it would work in a Souls game.
So
well, the boss would be able to
Todd's just
learn
in
and predict
such a bad spot right now with especially with. I heard they pushed for dance again, but
yeah. So actually, we have that on the list.
They did push it.
Well, so there's a few things with it. So right now they're at an all-time low, right? They had a peak of like 350 players at one time, but now they're down to like 53,000, way below.
I would imagine when Verdansk comes out, it will shoot back up for like a week, and then it'll be right back down.
Maybe, but here's the thing, which again, Ghost of Hope, he said that if the return of Verdansk doesn't retain the players that COD wants it to, they're not going to do a Warzone 3. So basically, Warzone, the Warzone will end if it doesn't retain the player count that they want to retain. So new/old players returning, if they don't retain, they'll probably just scrap.
Well, they're going to scrap it then, because all they have to do is go back to the Modern Warfare 3, where everything was Modern Warfare 3. It was a great game then. I think, like I said,
it was peak. And I've said it a couple times before. I don't understand the point of taking these games and making a 2 out of them, because you can't play the first one anymore. Like Warzone 1 does not exist anymore. I don't understand the whole point of having a Warzone 2. Like, you're really not updating anything. It's the same thing with Overwatch. There was no point in creating Overwatch 2. I mean, yes, they've like completely revamped the game in horrible ways. They didn't do what they promised they were going to. And now that it's been a couple of years, they're just reverting back to everything that Overwatch 1 was.
Right.
I don't understand this whole thing with Warzone as well.
Well,
why was there a Warzone 2?
What they did was, because Warzone started out with Modern Warfare 2019, right?
Right.
That was what it started out with. And then when Modern Warfare, when they changed it to the Modern Warfare 3 style, they made Warzone 2. And now Warzone 2 is in with Black Ops, which Black Ops, it was never a Warzone thing. Like Cold War didn't change. Well, Cold War, they brought in the guns from Cold War, but that was it. That was fine. I mean, I didn't really care for it, but it was okay. It wasn't, they didn't change the entire game. When they brought it into Black Ops 6 and changed everything, you changed your movement and everything, it ruined the game. And I don't know why they're not seeing that and being like, well, let's just revert back to Modern Warfare 3 or Modern Warfare 2019. I mean, because that was peak players. I never went down. I mean, when they brought in Caldera, people still played it, even though nobody liked Caldera. They still played it, you know?
They still had the whole mindset that they should have just kept Warzone as Warzone and the Modern Warfare series.
Yeah.
And kept Black Ops in Blackout, because that is literally the Black Ops series. Like, that is Black Ops 4.
Yeah.
So, I mean, well, I think we went over this already. It's still there. Like, you can still go play Blackout, can't you?
I don't believe so.
I thought I looked that.
I don't believe so.
I don't know. I'm going to look this up again.
Yeah, somebody had said you could, but I don't see anybody playing it. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they did it. But yeah, the only way Call of Duty, that Warzone, it wins and becomes a thing is if they just revert back to fix it, or if when they release the next Modern Warfare game that it goes back, because the Black Ops just doesn't work as on Warzone, in my opinion. That's why I quit playing it. Yeah. So,
well, there's a lot of things.
This is what it says. Bundles and shit. As of 2025, you can still play Blackout on PC, as it's part of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 game that can be purchased, played on PC. However, it's important to note that Blackout is not actively supported or updated, meaning you might not have the same features or performance that new Battle Royale titles like Warzone have. You can play Blackout by purchasing and installing Call of Duty Black Ops 4. No updates, potential limitations. So yeah, you can still play it.
When it came out, they had like a duffel bag that you had to like scroll through to get to the next item to pick your items. Like PUBG, when you open a box, you can, like, it's just a list of everything that's in the box, and you can go down to which one you want and select it. This one was like literally one item, and then you had to scroll through to the next scroll.
They
It's horrible.
tried
They
that.
changed
They tried
that.
They tried that with Warzone at one of the times. It was really stupid, and they went back to just opening it and everything just sitting on the ground. That's way better. Yeah, they did that for it was like a 2-week period. It was terrible.
No, Black Ops now
Shitty
is
time.
basically you open it and it's basically the PUBG thing of like a box, like you loot a body rather than everything just falling on the floor, so that it's all lined up and you just kind of like mouse wheel scroll or click or whatever you want to do to pick it up real quickly.
Well, it's not like that anymore, right?
What Blackout? I think it still is.
Blackout. Blackout may be the way. Yeah, I thought you said Black Ops. Okay, yeah,
no, Blackout.
Yeah.
I remember when Blackout first came out, we were excited for that, and then kind of went downhill.
Here's the thing,
like Shrek 5.
I really, oh my god, why? All right, go for it.
I know.
I don't want to.
You're excited for it?
No, not
you
at
sound
all.
super excited. Well, a lot of people actually aren't. A lot of people are upset.
I don't think I've seen Shrek 1, like one time. I think I've never really watched Shrek. My girlfriend's like,
it's just one of those kid classics, like you grew up,
it's good for adults
like
too. So I don't know.
Right.
I need to watch it.
So this one is going to have Zendaya as Shrek's daughter, but there's been a lot of backlash on like the character's looks, and I think a lot of like the backlash is just a little crazy. Like they're comparing it to when Sonic first was released, and they're like, oh look, a lot of people gave backlash, and then Sonic actually became like a good-looking hedgehog, but Shrek doesn't. There's like such minor details that are off about Shrek and Donkey and stuff like Donkey obviously got older, so I think that's why they kind of like messed up his hair a little bit and stuff like that, and maybe with Shrek too, I don't know, but it's not that big of a difference to where people are like going completely insane. And when they first had their daughter, she had like blue eyes, but now they have brown eyes, which again, nitpicking, and I don't know if you know this or not, but all babies are born with blue eyes, at least in the human race. All babies are born with blue eyes. So
is that real?
For eye colors to change, eye colors to change, it'll take time, and your baby's eyes go through different colors.
That's crazy.
I didn't know that either.
That's
Google
insane.
The whoever controls Sonic's, I don't know if it's Twitter or whatever, they were actually taking shots at Shrek, saying that they can help him with their PR or whatever. So I thought that was great.
Has anybody seen any of the Sonic movies? Are they good?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I'll have to watch one.
I never saw any of them. But speaking of things that are changing, and yeah, that's a horrible segue, but it's not on here, but I have to bring it up. Discord is talking to banks right now about going public and actually having shareholders. And so
at least Microsoft's not talking about buying them right now, because that's the last thing we want. The last thing we need.
They were talking about it.
I know. We don't need that. We don't need that.
I thought they did buy them for the longest time.
No, thank God.
No, they are. But yeah, it is. They're trying to become an IPO, which means that they will be beholden to their shareholders rather than the. Yeah, because like they're already starting to run ads and stuff on there that I don't like. They're already starting to have sponsored things with their quests or daily things or whatever. Yeah,
I'm fine with all that. They need a way to make money, right? They do, because
the challenges I like, because it gets like you're saying, it makes them money, but it's something you earn as well.
Yeah, what they should do, I'm telling, if they made like Nitro $2 a month, I think everybody would be a Nitro member. $10 a month is a lot.
Well, it's $10 for two things of Nitro.
Yeah, but
which
still,
means
like,
that you can support a server for half of that.
Right, but like they should have like Nitro for $2, and then you can support another server for $2 more. I feel like whatever sports stadium, they made hot dogs like $2, right? And they made so much money. They sold record amounts of hot dogs, and now they still do it. I can't remember what stadium does it now, but when you go to a hot dog's only like $10, and a beer's like $10. When you go to like a baseball game or a football game, it's ridiculously high. But can't remember who did it, but they lowered their prices to like $2, like really like cheap. And they're like, oh my God, yeah, we sell a crap ton, obviously more, but we actually make more money too. So I just feel like Discord doesn't have enough to offer for $10 a month. it was like I
Well,
said, if it was $2 a month, everybody would sign up for it.
it all depends on what you're using it for. So with the money, because I know that you and Kai are both Nitro members. With
I'm not.
that, you and I mean you're boosting 2
Yeah,
servers. So
I got
figured you were Nitro member.
I got a free month. Yeah, that's the
Okay.
only reason I have.
But
Yeah.
you get a lot of extra things. Like I have a bunch of things on my server that I just don't use. Extra
Yeah, I mean,
stickers, emojis.
if you are boosted enough, you get better stuff like that. But like, make it so that you pay $20 a month for you. Like, I wish they just had different options, so you could just pay $20 a month to have your server be higher, like video and audio and shit like that. I'm okay with them running ads and shit. I'm totally fine with that because they got to make money. You know, I don't think they're making enough money. I'm totally fine with that. I like when they collab with games, even if it's not a game and I see it pop down there. I think it's cool that they're doing that, where they're working with games and stuff. But like I said, I feel like if they would just lower their price a lot, I feel like a lot more people would do it and they'd make more money.
I don't know, because as of right now, you need, if you want your server to be max boosted, level 3,
right?
You need 14 boosts. That's $70 a month in order to have your server.
You're right. How many servers do you know that are at $70 or that are at that level 3 boost right now? How many do you know that are, or how many are you in that are like that?
4 or 5, because
4 or 5?
I mean the really active servers. I mean, like myself, I'm 2 boosts off of being level 2 on my server.
Right.
And I'm not gonna lie, my server's a fairly dead server at this point.
Right. But are you telling me that if it was $20 a month to boost your server all the way up, you wouldn't pay that? I know I would. I would in a heartbeat. I know Kai would. In a heartbeat, you'd pay $20 a month. But $70 a month, that's crazy high.
That's a lot.
It's more than a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
Services. Yeah,
it's a lot. But I just feel like more people would invest in it, especially if they're like, hey, we would really appreciate it if you spend your $2 a month or with us or whatever. We don't charge for anything, but $2 don't like it's like Wikipedia or whatever. They ask for $2 or $1 donation for that shit. Yeah.
Speaking of $2 a month, have you guys gone and checked out our Patreon? If you really wanted to support
I think it's only $1 a
content, hey, whether it's 1, 2, 5, 8,000, dude, you want to throw your pennies somewhere. We are not picky, but I just want to make sure that you guys are out there. If you are liking the content, make sure to like, follow, subscribe on all of the platforms that we have. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeart, Rumble.
Did you ever upload that video of me when I was sharing the video with my wife?
Have not yet, but I will. I will if we get one subscriber on there. I'll upload that video for the subscriber.
Okay, sounds like we're doing really good there then.
We're doing so awesome there.
I know.
Hey,
you know what would be a good partnership?
All you Spotify listeners, leave some comments, man. We got tons of Spotify listeners. Nobody's leaving comments. A lot of reviews though. A lot of reviews. So thank you guys for the 5-star reviews. We haven't had anything below a 5-star yet. We
great.
I've been waiting to do this.
We take pride in that. We take pride in that. So let's keep it.
Now it's done.
Yeah.
Well, here it goes.
Now we're gonna get fucking review bombed just because he had to be like, 5-star reviews.
Let me be cocky. No. As soon as you get cocky, that's when it ends. It'd be a good partnership.
What?
At least I would think would be Discord and Twitch. I think that'd be awesome if you could do a partnership there. Because and I think you had even brought this up, is Twitch just did it to where everybody can monetize now. So you don't have to hit affiliate anymore.
Pisses me off so much.
Yeah, we talked about this yet.
I mean, I never understood. I never really understood why they didn't do it from the beginning, anyways. Because I mean, even if it's the smallest streamer who gets like 1 view, 2 views, if someone wants to donate to them, then I mean, Twitch is making money off of it, anyways.
So the reason I believe that they did that to be because anybody can hit affiliate if you sit down and you think about it. You have it open on your phone. You just need one friend to have it open to hit affiliate, right? It's not hard.
Well,
it took me a year and a half.
5 viewers, whatever it is.
It's three. It took me a year and a half to hit it because I didn't know what I was doing. But I think it's kind of a kick in the nuts for everybody that, got affiliate. Affiliate should have been harder to reach to begin with, I think. It should have been 5 viewers. Because that's a lot harder.
I don't think
it's a lot harder.
I don't think it really should have been harder. I'm not upset about it. I'm kind of glad that they did it. I mean, that's the hardest part about streaming is like when you first start off and you're trying to like better yourself and stuff like that. Any help that somebody gets, like if somebody likes your content in the beginning, they can't do anything with it anyways. So if someone like genuinely likes your stream and they want to donate to you, I don't know why it shouldn't be an option from the get-go.
So here's going to be one of the huge problems with all of that is that, yes, let's say that someone has one subscriber every month. All right. That money will sit in limbo until they hit a $50 minimum mark. Yep. So if they only have one subscriber, they are not going to get a payout for a year and a half.
Right. How does that affect you? I don't get it.
Yeah,
it affects me.
I don't understand why it's a problem.
Well, it affects me because just like what Cece was saying, I went through this whole thing of making sure I had a certain number of followers. I had an average number of viewers. Like it was that was the
but that does nothing. It does nothing but help Twitch.
Yeah, would you have been upset if when you started streaming there was nothing you could have been able to set everything up to where you could actually get donos and stuff? Would you have been upset about that?
Well, you can get donos day one. Day one donos has nothing to do with
you can get donations. You can
well if you go through like PayPal, which a lot of people don't want to do that because if they back out, then you owe PayPal even more money. But like if you get bits or something like that, or a link or
bits
something.
Or subs, yeah.
So if you started day one and your friends were on there and they wanted to support you and like day one you would have been able to get subs, would you be upset about it? So I don't understand. And this goes to like this to me is like it's kind of like driving, right? Like people who pass you. Why are you upset that they're passing you? They're going faster than you. They're leaving you wherever. How does that affect your driving?
I don't get upset.
You know what I mean? Same thing here. That's what I'm saying. Well, some people do.
Like I said, I don't really care. Like I said, I think that Twitch affiliate should have been harder to get. I think it should have been like 5. At least that's just my opinion on the whole ordeal. Or they should have had.
But why?
3 tiers instead of 2.
But why?
Why?
How does other people being able to do this affect you? How?
So then why even have an affiliate
real
level
easily,
at all?
Because let's say now there's no reason for an affiliate level now. But let's say streaming is so oversaturated nowadays. Literally, I don't know how you can look up how many Twitch affiliates there are. There's hundreds of millions of Twitch affiliates. I mean, it's crazy.
Sure.
The number.
We just talked about how easy it was to get.
Yeah, right. I'm just saying if there was less, then like the people that actually work hard, would be separated from the people that, because you go to Twitch and you find somebody that's streaming to one viewer and they're not even at their computer when you click on it, and they're showing up on the page ahead of you sometimes when you're actually putting in the hard work to do it.
But it doesn't matter. If you have one viewer and they have one viewer and someone clicks on their page, how does that change anything just because you're affiliate? It doesn't.
But if I've put the effort forward to actually grow a community and reach the minimum standard that they set for these things. You could have 10
viewers and they can still show up ahead of you with one viewer and they're not even at their computers. What I'm saying.
If you work hard regardless and gain followers and loyal watchers and stuff like that, then anybody who has a shitty stream where they're not at the computer should do nothing to do with affecting your stream.
But they can still show up ahead of you on the recommended page.
So then, Kai, do you not agree with like tiers at all in things? Like it should either be, well, if you're going to have a tier list, if you're going to have a tier of anything, like let's go with Discord, like we were just talking about. They've got 0, 1, 2, 3. Well, I mean, if we're all using Discord anyway, I mean, we should just be getting all of these things. You should either be here or you should be up here. Like there should be nothing in between.
That's completely different.
Worked for.
You're not earning any money. This is you paying for extra services on Discord. With Twitch, it's you're paying a streamer for their entertainment, regardless of who it is. So that'd be like,
but you had to do a certain amount of work in order to get there.
Initially, yes.
Allow yourself to get bits and allow yourself to get subs and allow yourself the higher bit rates. This is something that we worked for. It's not something that was just given away. Here's
the problem with that whole thing. You want better for your kids, right? Okay. You work hard to get somewhere to allow your kids to have a better life. Same thing
Okay.
here. You work hard to do a certain thing, and now that the ability is there for other streamers to be able to jump on and be able to earn, should be like that should mean we're going in the right direction.
Listen,
shouldn't
I'm
be-
not saying that shouldn't be a thing. My reasoning would be is that if you are an affiliate, you should show up on the recommended page before somebody who's not an affiliate.
Okay, so if they have a stream where you get affiliate, right? Like anybody can earn right now. If you get affiliate or your partner, you are higher up on that list.
Yeah, you
right?
should be.
Sure, fine. If you reach certain goals, there can still be certain goals to where you appear maybe
Right,
a little
listen,
bit more on the
That's
front
all.
page.
That's
Sure.
my whole argument here is like that you should be recommended more than somebody that just started streaming, because literally you could just get on there and start streaming right now and stream for 4 hours and be on the recommended page ahead of everybody that's busted their ass.
But at
for
the same
years.
time, that's hard to say because you could have people who have streamed way more than you have and could have horrible content.
Right.
But they're going to be in front of you because even though you make better content, you post your shorts, you try and make clips, you edit your page so that way it's more interactive friendly.
Yeah.
But this person has literally done the most simple, basic thing and just streams for 20 hours a day. They do nighttime sleep streams and nobody watches it or anything like that, but they
Right.
should appear before you because their hours are greater than yours.
Well, no, they just do because it's all random.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, that would be random regardless.
You're
anyways,
kind of comparing apples to oranges now.
Not at all. Not in the
Because
least bit. You're upset because you actually had to work hard to get to affiliate. Now that other people can get paid,
Listen,
it affects you 0%. 0%. For you to be able to get paid, it doesn't affect you at all.
Obviously, we have a disagreement with this because, like, the getting paid thing, I don't give a fuck. Take away the money. I don't care. It's the interaction. It's the oversaturation that bothers me about it all. That's what bothers me about it is it's just going to oversaturate everything even more, in my opinion. And that was what I loved about Kick was a lot of people went over to Kick and unsaturated Twitch a little bit, and it was a great thing. And I think it did a lot for a lot of people on Twitch. But all I'm saying is that now there's no difference to tell between somebody that has gotten affiliate and who didn't get affiliate. There's no way to tell the difference anymore, correct? Am I wrong about that?
I don't know.
My big issue with this whole thing is that like I said, there used to be some type of thing you had to put into it. So, I mean,
that doesn't bother me. I don't really care about that.
Let's be a little facetious for a second. Let's take a 4-year degree. All right. And a job that, you go into something that requires a 4-year degree, but yet it's not in your major.
Yeah, I think
in Kai's mind, well, you should be able to get that job anyway because
that's
has
more
nothing
apples to oranges there.
Yeah,
that's more apples to oranges because that'd be like
I don't agree with you on that
nothing.
because going to college is different than getting affiliate.
It'd be like me going to an actual trade school. Like I'm getting the experience.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with that aspect of it. I agree more with. I just think that it should be. If you are an affiliate, it should look different because as far as I know, when I did research on it,
sure, maybe they put an A next to your name or a dot, and then if you're a partner, you have the check mark.
Give us a different dot. And
I can understand the accomplishment there. You reached a certain level within Twitch. Sure, here's your little badge, something like that. I get it. But for people to be able to make money, I don't think that it makes a difference.
Yeah, I mean, making money. Who fucking cares? Who cares about the ability to make money? Because if you're not putting out good content, you're not going to make money anyway. That doesn't affect me. What affects me, or what bothers me about it, is that everybody that worked hard to get their affiliate, I mean, because anybody can, if you know what you're doing, you can get it in a month without a problem. But what I'm saying is now the people that did work there
28 days.
Yeah, it takes a month. Yeah, but
Queso hit it within like the first time you went on.
Yeah, but
first stream.
I'm sure that you have to stream 7 days a month.
You have to stream 7 days in a month. You have to stream so many different days within a week of so many hours.
You have to stream for so many hours. Yeah, there's three.
It's like three streams or something within 30 days or something like that. So
I think it's 7 or 8, but yeah, and it's 50 followers. Yeah, it's easy to hit, but like I'm saying, they'll let them make money or whatever, but I just think it should be different. It should be separated from affiliate, like make it a different color. I don't care. And that's my opinion of it, because you're not an affiliate. You're not.
In my eyes, it's the same thing, like,
get rid of Twitch affiliate. Then just completely get rid of it. Whatever. I'm
in
fine
my
with
eyes,
that
it's
too.
the same thing. Like when you buy a game for full price and then it goes on sale 3 days later, it's just a kick in the nuts.
I
You know,
I mean,
picking up the game for
I don't-
cheaper than I did. It
I mean,
doesn't.
this
You're
is-
right.
I
It doesn't
think
hurt my
This is
pocket
like
everybody
you've
should
been,
be able to
you've been
make-
playing Red Dead Redemption for 10 years, and now it's come out for free, and you're going to be mad because people are getting it for free. Doesn't make any sense.
If that game ever came out for free, you let me know. It's still $60 fucking. Okay, it's still
I'll be buying it
$60.
ASAP. It did, wasn't
Right.
it on sale at one point for like $10 or something like that?
Yeah, that goes on sale all the time for like $20 all the time. But yeah, it always goes back to 60. Anyway, let's move on from the Twitch affiliate drama. We don't really agree on that. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, everybody. Seriously, flood the comments with that. Let us know what you think, because I don't really give a shit. Let them make money. They're not the same thing, in my opinion. Get rid of affiliate, whatever. But yeah,
All both.
I just don't.
So
don't
speaking of games that should go on sale, Guitar Hero, right? We know of Guitar Hero Rock, and Rock Band and stuff.
Mhm.
So there's a new guitar that they're making for Guitar Hero, which is in conjunction with Gibson, which is pretty awesome / insane. And it's supposed to come out this year, June 2025. And it looks similar, but it's got way more features, looks way cooler.
Well, the original Guitar Hero had the Les Paul, so the Gibson
Yeah,
Les Paul.
well, this one will also have the Les Paul.
Yeah,
yes.
hell yeah.
So, and it's going to have the ability to be connected via wire, or you can go 2.4 gigahertz wireless and Bluetooth connection. They're going to have the neck of the guitar will be able to be changed with the Hall effects on it, having haptic feedback. When you're actually playing, it's not just going to be like that little plastic piece, just like it'll actually give you haptic feedback, so it's just pretty awesome. And then they're going to have
why did that game die anyway? Did anybody know? Because that was fucking massive. Everybody,
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe they ran out of nice 80s rock songs.
Yeah, I don't know. I know my cousin got back into it recently, and he had bought a ton of songs on the PS3. When it came out.
Oh, that might have been it.
And he
They
lost
might have
all.
lost.
He lost all of access to all the songs that he bought. He was super pissed about it. So
No,
Oh,
that
yeah,
might
that
have
could
been
be
the thing, because
It
you
could
only
be.
lease them for so long.
Yeah.
I know that was a thing, that people were losing a bunch of their music and stuff. Remember sorry, I was typing, but
It was a
that
Sony
was recently, wasn't it Xbox or something that got rid of a bunch of games and a bunch
Sony.
of downloadable content?
It was
That
Sony.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Okay, that was Sony.
So like 2,000 titles or something. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, but there was a bunch of songs that also
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you could
Yeah,
no
but
longer
like,
play.
but
even
like
though you-
the Guitar Hero died out way before that, because I don't even there's been no Guitar Hero released on the Xbox One or the newer console. So
I don't think I still have it. I wish I still had Guitar Hero for my 360
there
because those songs are just on the disc. They're not even.
Yeah. The ones
you
on
have
the
to be
discs are fine, but like the ones that you the like the
Download.
DLC ones, yeah.
Mhm.
But those guitars go for a lot of money on like eBay, like used.
Oh, I bet.
Like they go
Well,
for a
this
lot.
one, when this one comes out, it'll be, I'm sure, a lot.
Yeah.
It looks amazing though, because like it has a navigational hub. So you remember how you used to have to pick up your controller and like select different areas, or like strum and push the green button and all that to confirm? This will actually have like a little spot where you'll be able to move the knob that'll tell it like either. And then on the back of the neck at the very head of the guitar is like a direction pad. So you'll be able to like push up, down, left, right. They're going to have a platform slider, so it'll be able to go between PC, Switch, Android, and P3, which P3 is like a backwards compatibility to go with some Guitar Hero and Rock Band versions of the game. And then they said that they're going to have a mobile app, which will be able to allow you to adjust settings within the guitar itself, which is pretty awesome, I think. I mean, I don't know if anybody ever tried to or wanted different settings for the guitar, but and it has like an LED strip on the guitar. I don't know. Maybe it'll make like the buttons more sensitive or less sensitive, or I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, any kind of customization is kind of nice, right?
Button sensitivity. There's a new keyboard that recently came out that uses magnets, so that the harder you press down on the keys, the more the key will respond. So like if you ever had a racing game or something where you wanted to drive faster and accelerate more, you'll be able to press the key down harder in order to accelerate more. You know how we all thought pressing B harder when you were on your Nintendo would make you jump higher.
Right.
You'll now be able to actually do that. and you'll be
I just
able to
wanted
set.
to read my jump instead of falling off the cliff.
Well, yeah, that's a horrible thing. But going back to the Guitar Hero thing, there has not been a Guitar Hero or a Rock Band put out since 2015.
Yeah,
maybe it's a 10-year
long
thing.
time.
I don't know.
Well, no, because they were coming out with them every year, because it was Guitar Hero 1, 2, World Tour, and then they had Rock Band 1, Rock Band 2. You know, I mean, I don't know. It's just it's weird to me that they just died. They just died out like that. They were massive games. Everybody, I remember I got World Tour, and I had 3 friends at my house every day. We were just jamming every day.
So it depends if you want to talk about the like the extras, like the DLCs, because I guess Bad Wolves Killing Me Slowly came out in 2020.
Oh, really?
For Rock Band.
Wow.
Before that, though, 2015, 2012, 2010, another 2010. As far as like the main games, it was 2015, 2010, 2008, and then the very first Rock Band came out in 2009.
Did Rock Band come out before Guitar Hero?
No, Guitar Hero came out first.
Was it first?
They created Rock Band and added in like drums and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I know the guitars were completely different. My cousin liked the Rock Band guitars. I like the Guitar Hero ones way better. So
the first Rock Band, the first Guitar Hero came out in 2006. Nope, 2005.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It seems right.
That was in my apartment.
And I guess in the same genre, they also came out with DJ Hero.
Yeah, DJ Hero was not a.
I remember that, but yeah,
I had
really
it.
anybody.
I did. I won it. I won it at a like a Christmas thing for my unit, and they had a bunch of items that we were giving away to the kids and whatever else. And then at the end of it, I was there helping clean up, and we still had like 5 or 6 things. So we literally rock paper scissored for things, and that was what I won.
Well, we need
for Rock Band.
We are not going to get through the entire list today. Let's pick a few things that you think they're important, Kai, and let's get to them. Because we're over an hour already.
I mean, there's one. Every 360 game is going to be available on PC, because there was a group of people that took Sonic Unleashed and transferred it to a PC port. And basically, when they recompiled it, it resulted in a decompiling tool that took basically any 360 game and then converted it to a PC port. So it breaks it down to like C++ code and then recompiles it into a PC port. So really it requires the legally, just throwing this out there, legally obtained disk images in order for you to do it. But I don't know how it's going to catch that, but that's one thing they're saying, obviously. And then also GTA 6. One thing they stated was you're really not going to need mods anymore. They'll have like people can have their own dedicated servers, but it'll include like jobs, businesses. The world itself will be an evolving, living world. But Take-Two actually made a post where they released a bunch of dates, and they said that GTA 6 was supposed to be releasing fall of 2025. So will it hold?
It won't. They're going to keep pushing it back even farther. And for them to say you don't need mods anymore, the reason mods are there is because they forget to put things in, or there's quality of life that they've just didn't think about.
They bought 5M, I heard. Is that true? Anybody know if that's true? I've heard that.
I have no idea.
Quite a bit. Okay.
Who bought it? Take-Two?
No, Rockstar.
Rockstar?
Yeah, or whoever owns GTA. I heard they bought. At least that's what I heard.
In August 2023, Rockstar Games acquired CFX.RE, the game behind Grand Theft Auto 5, mod 5M.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
that's great.
There was one more thing. It's not on the list, but Kyle find it entertaining, and so will you. NetEase, which is the game that put out Marvel Rivals.
Right.
They are also the distribution company for Blizzard Activision in China. They are going to start distributing Overwatch 2 for Blizzard because they feel that the hero shooter is a large enough genre that they can both exist in a Chinese gaming space. So basically that is just NetEase whipping their dick out and going, we know we have a better product. Go ahead. We'll even sell your stuff here. We're going to win this.
It's kind of funny.
At least that's how I view it.
I can see it that way. Yeah, it's kind of funny. If you think about it.
I like
but
it.
either way, it is a huge flex because we were wondering, what is NetEase involved in as far as large US companies? Yeah, they're directly involved with Blizzard Activision. So if we end up going and doing this whole thing with, tariffing and whatever it is with this stuff, there's a good chance that these tariffs are actually going to start affecting consoles and physical copy of games that'll be coming out of all of these other countries. It may or may not affect the digital copies of things, but we don't really know since taxes themselves are already state dependent. Who's to say whether or not the games being sold by foreign entities will be tariffed as well? So yeah,
Who
just a little
knows?
bit of
Who
things to
knows,
think
man?
about coming up. Go for it, Kai.
Not me.
Yeah,
I don't
Kai,
know.
go ahead.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to put in the comments what you agree or disagree with. Maybe something you want us to talk about on the next episode. Feel free to check us out on all of our platforms. We've got YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Rumble. We usually do go live on Rumble when we record on Thursdays. So if you want to watch it live,
You get
leave some
everything with
comments in the
Rumble.
live
You
chat.
don't. Nothing gets
Yeah,
edited.
there's some
on
cuts we
Rumble
make on
whatsoever.
YouTube and Spotify and stuff. Yeah,
Nothing gets
Rumble, it's
cut
all
on
there.
Rumble.
So if there's an actual, hockey fight, it happens on Rumble.
Happens.
Also, please feel free to follow us on our socials. We got Patreon, which we talked about earlier, Facebook, X, TikTok, and Instagram. All of those are going to have shorts and stuff like that of either upcoming or, some clips from the current episode. So feel free to check us out there.